Gold rises to 17-week high on signs of U.S. economy sputters. Well, it's on the weakening dollar. That's why they artificially keep gold down. That even came out in the Financial Times of London 2 days ago in a big report that they then pulled today, 2 days later. Didn't retract it, didn't say it was wrong, just deep sixed it. Zero Hedge is reporting on that right now, and that's also up on Infowars.com. Continuing here, gold futures climbed to the highest in almost 17 weeks on speculation that a sputtering U.S. economy will boost demand for the metal as an alternative investment. U.S. consumer confidence fell more than forecast in February from January. An index from the New York-based Conference Board showed today home prices rose at a slower pace in the 12 months that ended in December, according to a separate report. Russia's deputy finance minister said Ukraine faces a high chance of defaulting on its sovereign debt. Gold has gained 12% this year. Told you that was coming. We told you this was coming in Connecticut. Surrender your firearms, Connecticut tells unregistered gun owners. That's right. And New York is banning anything over 10 rounds and SWAT teaming people. State orders owners of newly banned unregistered firearms to turn them all in. The state of Connecticut is now demanding that gun owners across the state turn in all newly banned unregistered firearms and magazines or face felony arrest. The state police special licensing and firearms unit began mailing out notices to gun owners who attempted to register their firearms and accessories with the state, but did not do so in time for the January 1st deadline of Connecticut's newly enacted gun law. Imagine Connecticut, where they tell you you got to go register all your semi-autos and your magazines and clips, and then the government offices weren't open long enough. People were unable to do it. A lot of folks just didn't do it because it's unconstitutional. And now the state police are sending them letters saying, we're getting ready to come arrest you. You're not allowed to register it now. You just got to turn them all in. Law-abiding citizens. This is an illegitimate government. More and more. And we're not saying the average person that works for the system is a bad person. We don't want to be your enemy. But you've got to stop following these unconstitutional orders. The American people have got to stop following it. You've got election fraud. You've got all sorts of criminality going on. You've got illegals allowed to vote all over the country and being given driver's license while citizens are harassed. I mean, it's unprecedented how you're penalized if you try to work in the system and do what you're told in this country. Rolling Stone had a cover story about everything is rigged was the headline. All the major IRAs, all the major stocks, all the major derivative funds. It's rigged, folks, for insiders to be able to take over. There's the headline. Everything is rigged, the biggest price-fixing scandal ever. And that means that select insiders get to take over all the markets, not because of productivity, not because of quality, not because of competition, but because their combine is in control. This is what the right wing won't explain to you. They say all corporations are perfect and are good. The left says all corporations are bad, only government is good. When it's a fascist model, a corporatist model on top, a fascist model on top with socialism on the bottom as a tool of domestication and control. This is the type of issue we're talking about here. And it's not my opinion that we've had world currency devaluations, especially in the dollar in the last 30 years. I mean, when I started promoting gold in 1996, it was $300 an ounce or less. It peaked almost at $2,000. I didn't sell one piece of gold or silver I bought. Silver went up to 50, went back down to 20. I didn't sell a single piece of it. Because I fundamentally know that they're devaluing paper across the board, all sorts of financial instruments in a bubble. And in the final equation, gold and silver and platinum and palladium and copper and so many other commodities traded on the open mercantile exchange are going to go up. And the elites, universities, governments, they're all hoarding it as well. They're net sellers of paper gold to short the market, naked short it, but they're overall hoarders and massive owners of the metals physically. Here is the Financial Times of London. Zero Hedge was able to save it Here is the Financial Times gold price manipulation article that was removed. 2 days ago, FT, the most prestigious financial paper in the world, released a clear, informative, and fact-based article titled, simply enough, Gold Price Rigging Fears Put Investors on Alert, in which author Madison Marriage, I'll try to get them on, guys, citing a report by the Fighters Consultancy, revealed that global gold prices may have been manipulated 50% on occasions between January 2010, December 2013. By the way, we ought to get Ted Anderson on the show sometime today to talk about this. And now they've pulled the article. We have a screenshot of that where they said, sorry, the page you're looking for does not exist. They didn't retract it. They deep-sixed it. But it turns out the Financial Times of London, and we have this article mirrored on Infowars.com. Turns out the Financial Times story was saved so that you can actually go read what they said. That's the great part about the internet, or internets, as George W. Bush puts it. So we reported on this last week. Chase imposes new capital controls on cash deposits. Then one of my crew members brought this in this morning. We already had a screenshot of this letter, but we actually have the physical card that they were given, where you can't just drive in and put the cash in an envelope in the night drop. You've got to wait till the day and drive through and show them your ID so it can be put in the database. Important news. See, it's not police state changes treating you like a prisoner. It's news. Important news about cash deposits. When making a cash deposit, please deposit only into personal accounts that list your name. Be ready to show a valid ID for deposits to personal and business accounts. Please talk to us about alternative deposit options. We're happy to help. JP Morgan Chase, NA member, FDIC, and Federal Reserve shareholder, I should add. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is going on. That is unfolding. That is what is happening. Meanwhile, the big mega banks launder $500 billion a year in North America alone of drug money on record and don't get in trouble. But you depositing $5 will be treated like a criminal. And a lot of big banks are saying they're not going to even let you deposit cash anymore. They want to get rid of cash or make you pay and penalize you.
In the decade after iodine was added to staple foods, there was a 15-point increase in IQs in the areas that had previously been deficient. This is something on record our bodies need. I've gone out and found the best source for myself and my family. I hope you'll visit InfoWarsLife.com and get our InfoWars Life Survival Shield, because all of my research shows this is absolutely key to getting people out of the brain fog that they've been artificially put into by the social engineers.